Yeah, the Derby's today, so that's been fun. Because Dan talking about it made me realize how fucking awful is that to horses. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, these horses basically live in the caste system in India. Like, who's the horse that won? American Pharaoh? He might have wanted to be a dentist. When he was born, and we just said, nope, you're a racer. Your father was a racer. Your mother was a racer. You're a racer. Now go run on that track while being rode by a man who, if we saw in coals, we would try not to look at him too long. Oh, am I the only one who, when you see a short man, you kind of go, am I allowed to? Like, I don't want to get too close because then I have to actually look down, and then it's just awkward for everybody. I was barking outside, which was a lot of fun. Barking, for those of you who don't know, is when you catcall people for the purposes of comedy. When people are walking by and you go, hey, there's comedy inside, which was also great because it was just ridiculously rich people who had left the Derby and were going into one of the numerous restaurants that probably no one in here has eaten in. And they were just walking in, you know, probably talking about how NASDAQ was doing. And I just go, hey, you want to come see the opposite of you? Talk about the opposite of everything that you're doing. It was great. I'm glad. I really like this venue. I just want to say that before I. But I really do feel like we're at like the lowest budget vagina monologue. Like the tour is ending, but in like Utah. So this is where we are. There's not even a woman on the tour. So we're going on. You know, Susan B. Anthony really had a hard time dealing with a bunch of stuff. And and then just like Wile E. Coyote would run through. Alright. I guess I'm done riffing. Is everybody here familiar with the 90s classic This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan? Yeah. I'll sing a little bit. This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west. There's a line in the song that upsets me every time I hear it. And there's a lot of songs that have lines that genuinely upset me. This one has all the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. When he's discussing how great this party is, he says, oh, another good thing, it slipped the mind of those murderers to murder people. Really would have put a damper on all of our spirits if they had remembered to shoot up some people. But instead, I got the keys to my truck, hit the short because I'm faded. It's a new bit. I hate beauty campaigns. Like real beauty campaigns. I mean, like that one where they show like a bunch of different types of women and they're like, everyone's beautiful. And I hate that just because it says like beauty is the only thing that is the value of a woman. It's like the only reason that a woman's valuable, the only way to measure a woman's value is how good she looks. And that's not true. It's the number of goats her father gave you to marry her. It has fucking nothing to do with how she looks. And you know what? How she looks doesn't even affect the number of goats. It's if she's a virgin or not. If you're going to tell me that every woman in that Dove Real Beauty campaign's a fucking virgin, bullshit. Alright? If she's not going to get her maidenhead blood on these wool sheets, I'm going to need a few more wool sheeps. David. I like to call it the feudal lord, I'm super afraid to fly. And best case scenario in my career, I have to fly all the time. And I'm super afraid to fly, and I think because I'm so afraid to fly, that's why I'm really not that upset about like TSA rules or anything. Like every time I'm in an airport, people are so angry. You just walk into the X-ray machine, just and then they walk out, they're just ready to punch somebody. I'm really not. I'm like, thank you for doing your job. We could be blown out of the sky, which is probably already going to happen. But I like to try to put myself in the shoes of people who are very upset at the TSA rules. Like, like the water bottles and stuff. Like people get super pissed about water bottles. Like, you know what? Yeah, they give you complimentary water on the plane, but I want to take off my water bottle that I brought from home. You want to know why? Because I'm an American, and before Obama started running the country, I could bring Sprite, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, name it. I had it on the fucking plane. You know what? I'm going to take a bomb on the plane. If this is a real America, if we have real rights, I should be allowed to take a bomb on the plane. Doesn't mean I'm going to set it off. I just have the fucking right to walk around with a bomb. Yeah, there's a mother of three on the plane. I get it. I get that she is scared of dying and never seeing her children before. But you know what's more important? I need to feel validated. I'm going to point my live gun at the head of the pilot. The entire plane. Right. So plane ride is in flight. Who knows? That's me trying to deal with that. Okay, I'm working on a one-man show. So this is a bit from a one-man show. New bit. Completely new. I've never been depressed. I realized that. I can feel everyone immediately go, oh, you're better than me. I feel everyone in the room say, oh, you've never been through anything in your entire life. Way to call out the dirty people for living the high life. But no, I've never been depressed. I've never gone through anything because I live in the generation that tells you that you're great all the time. And for instance, most of you probably don't remember, but when I was in elementary school, people had to applaud you if you talked in front of the class. And it was great. It was so great because people could just go up and say the worst poem ever. They could basically just quote Dr. Seuss, but change walk it to sock it. And everybody was just like, that was so original, so good singing. And the teacher would look at you if you didn't give them the right reaction. Like you had to smile and nod when the girl sang a Maroon 5 song, but changed the lyrics to be about her parents' impending divorce. And she would get up and say, my dad losing his job has taken its toll on me and my mom's marriage. That's a good reaction. I am a straight white dude, so rules don't apply to me. I can do anything I want. And it's great. The only time it's not great is, the only time anyone can get the upper hand on me is by bringing up how great it is to be a straight white guy. Like if a woman just brings up, the fact that rape is a thing that's always in her mind, I'm just like, yeah! It's always in my mind being worried that someone's going to bring up rape. It's always in my mind. Because I just want to talk about how great Goonies 2 would be. But I guess we're talking about how, you can't get drunk at a party. Yeah. But I was talking to a girl a few weeks ago, and I thought it was going great. I thought that we were flirting a little bit, and I was like, ooh, way to suddenly drop the hint your parents are doctors, and I would be dating up. All right, socially and economically. And then she just happens to bring up that earlier that day, a group of men had approached her on the street, so she didn't want to leave early and deal with that again. And I had just enough time to prove that I couldn't think of something to say. I said something 6 seconds too late, when it would have been natural. And what I said was, yeah, I don't have that problem. Which is not, admittedly, not the best thing that I could have said in the situation. But also, we were just talking about, funny ways to kill people, because it's working. And now, all of a sudden, I have to be like, well, rape culture is a real problem. I think that really what we have to do is we have to address the patriarchy of the situation. And, you're not at fault here. It's nothing to do with you. This is all those men, and it's nothing to do. All right. I hate food that lies to you. I just like to say that. Food that lies to you. What do you mean? Said the whole audience. I hate food that lies to you like frozen yogurt. Can't stand frozen yogurt. Because frozen yogurt is like, oh, well, it's healthier than ice cream. Yeah, well, you know what? It doesn't taste as good as ice cream. It's still not healthy. It's not, there's not a 32 degrees that gives me broccoli. It's still something that's bad to put in my body. And if I'm putting something bad in my body, I'm going all the way. Rocky didn't quit in round 13. Rocky went the full fucking mile. I'm not going to go in and get frozen yogurt, but frozen custard is an option. Frozen custard. When they give you frozen custard, they have to say, by the way, this will show up on the autopsy. Good. Another type of food that lies to you, my favorite cereal in the entire world is in the Captain Crunch family of the Kellogg's cat bar. It's Oops All Berries. Let me explain. I'm sure you've all heard of Crunch Berry. It's a very popular cereal. Imagine a cereal that takes out those pencil shavings that are the yellow Captain Crunch and just gives you the berries. I present to you Oops All Berries. Here's my problem. The picture on the box is a bag that says Crunch Berries, and it's spilling into the milk. And Captain, ruler of the high seas, who, he's spilled the bag. That's a lot worse than what the guy on the Titanic did, and we all know how that turned out. Do we really want him leading our vessels? But anyway, I digress. Captain, next to the bag, and he's got this face. Like it was a mistake. And the name of the cereal, Oops All Berries. There's no mistake here. You packaged the cereal. If that happened, you could have sent it back. You remember how many fucking toys we sent back to China? You're telling me we're going to do that with goddamn cereal? No. You packaged the cereal. I walked into the store, bought it, took it home, ate the whole bag without any milk and shame. And at no point did I say, there was a mistake here. Glad I kept this receipt. It was all berries. Food's good enough, so I'll keep on food. One of my least favorite sentences, I'm a very hate-filled person, so you guys know. One of my least favorite sentences that someone can say is, I had a bad experience with that. Because that sounds serious. That sounds grave, but it's never serious. Like, one time somebody was talking about, I can bring some cupcakes, and somebody was like, I don't like cupcakes. And I said, why the fuck don't you like cupcakes? What do you have going on that you're like, I like muffins. I do everything in my life about 50%. So this person says, I don't like cupcakes. And I said, really, why don't you like cupcakes? And they said, I had a bad experience with cupcakes. Did cupcakes stab your father? No, I just ate too many. Well, fuck you! I was expecting you to become an icing-themed superhero because of the traumatic experience, but no, you just threw up. You were an idiot. Cupcakes had a bad experience with you. Blaming the goddamn cupcakes. I will hold myself in contempt of the court. Hurricane Katrina, everybody. Alright, I'm going to end with a good joke coming at you. I have an aunt, like many of you probably, and she had a boyfriend. This boyfriend, do any of you know someone who, if you bring up anything, they know just a little bit more? Yeah. Well, this guy, everything. If you brought up anything, he just knew a little bit more. So like we moved into a new house, and he was just knocking on the doors and stuff going, this is Bolsa? Is this Bolsa? Yeah, better look out. Summer, it's gonna expand in the heat. It's gonna be a little sticky. A little sticky when you close the door. Smarter than you. You should look out. And my dad wanted to get chickens for our backyard. And he heard about that and he was like, you're gonna get chickens. Gonna get chickens. Gonna get chickens. You know anything about chickens? And then later on we found out that we had raccoons. So he said, remember when you're gonna get chickens? Yeah. Better look out. Those chickens, they'll reach through the gate. Those raccoons, they'll reach through the gate. They'll reach through the gate, the chickens will also. The raccoons, they'll reach through the gate and they'll kill your chicken. The raccoons, they're going to get in your house. You think you're safe. They will find a way in. And then, and then we have a dog, Molly. She's 13. So we said, Molly's no dog. They'll kill Molly. Yeah, he's a real charming fellow. And my sister came home, and he was there, so he was going to meet her for the first time. And she wants to be an astronaut. So I was very worried for how his talk about space could end up going. Have him go, are you going to go to space? Space? You know anything about space? What do you know about space? Huh? Quasars? Huh? Or something like that? And he's going to say, that shuttle, better make sure the shuttle's secure, because you'll think it's safe, but those space raccoons, they will find a way in. That chimp you got out of there, it's an old chimp. They'll kill that chimp. Right, but that's what I'm telling you.